Governor Siminalayi Fubara secures court victory over Wike and Tinubu. Federal High Court orders sole administrator to vacate government house. My dear listeners, here is a good news to the people of River State and the governor himself, Siminalayi Fubara. But before I go into the full details, what I'm really scared of right here is not really scared, but what I'm really thinking of is, would they listen to the court orders? Because if even those people that were in the system and do not even have a regard for the law, would they be the one to listen to the order given to them to vacate the house of to vacate the government house with immediate effect? My dear listeners, moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. In a landmark ruling that has sent ripples across Nigeria's political landscape, the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has ruled in favor of Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara of the People Democratic Party (PDP), ordering the immediate removal of the sole administrator appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the government house. The court's decision, delivered on Tuesday morning, gives the Tinubu-backed appointee 48 hours to vacate the premises, reaffirming Governor Fubara's constitutional mandate as the duly elected leader of Rivers State. The ruling follows months of escalating political tensions between Governor Fubara and his estranged political godfather, former governor and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) Wike. The crisis intensified after the controversial appointment of a sole administrator by President Tinubu, which many legal experts and political observers deemed unconstitutional and a breach of democratic norms. Justice Boma Dieprie, who presided over the case, ruled that the appointment of a sole administrator to oversee the affairs of a state with a sitting, democratically elected governor is illegal, null and void. The court emphasized that the Nigerian constitution provides no room for such an appointment in a federating unit where a governor has neither been impeached or incapacitated. In his reaction to the judgment, Governor Fubara hailed the ruling as a victory of democracy and the rule of law. Speaking to a jubilant crowd of supporters outside the courthouse, he said, "The will of the people has once again triumphed over political manipulation and executive overreach. I remain committed to serving the good people of Rivers State without fear of favor." Meanwhile, legal representatives of the federal government are expected to file an appeal in the coming days, signaling that the political standoff may be over yet. Political analysts are calling the judgment a significant blow to the influence of Wike, who has been accused by critics of using federal might to undermine his successor. This decision not only reaffirmed Siminalayi Fubara's legitimacy, but also sets a precedent in curbing excessive interference by the federal government in state matters. As Rivers State awaits the departure of the embattled sole administrator, attention now turns to how this ruling will reshape the power dynamics in both the state and national political arenas. My dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news, and now before I go, like I've stated there before I move down to the full details, it is another thing that they go to court, and it is another thing that the court favors the governor, and it is another thing that the sole administrator would leave the position is been put in. So, my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Kindly please ensure you do drop by at the